not end. Thank you so much, Byron. And for some people, this is going to be a Sunday full of shoveling.
Yeah, and that includes families in Orange County where nearly a foot of snow fell. My goodness, what a difference wherever you are. Pix 11's Julie Millet joins us live now from Chester with a look at the conditions there. Julie, a lot of snow on the ground.
Yeah, and still falling from the sky here this morning. We've been here since about 6:30 this morning, and the snow has been coming down steadily ever since. It is nice to look at, but it does take quite a bit of work to get these roads clear. We continue to see plows drive through one after the other after the other. Take a look at this video we shot this morning. There were people out shoveling early this morning as well. Whenever these storms come through, we always tell people, stay off the roads. If you don't have to go anywhere, stay home. And then there's people like us that got to come to work in weather like this. We spoke this morning with a woman who runs a gas station here who says, if she doesn't show up to work, nobody shows up to work. So she's got to make sure that the roads are cleared for her customers to get in. We also spoke with a plow driver who talked us through his night and all the work it took him to make sure the roads were clear where he was responsible for plowing.
Yeah, I had to come out. I had no choice and nobody was going to be here. So I prepared. I started early.
I mean, it was a rough one between like 8 and 1 in the morning. Visibility was pretty bad. A lot of ice underneath on the pavement, yeah, luckily it started slowing down by between 1 and 2 a.m. So I think now we're at the tail of it.
Out here, they tell me they're used to this kind of weather. That woman that you heard from earlier, she said,
I think now we're at the tail of it.
For folks out here, they tell me they're used to this kind of weather. That woman that you heard from earlier, she said, she's used to driving in this kind of thing. She takes it slow, but she knows how to do that and how to work in conditions like this. And folks here telling me that it's kind of nice to look at after a couple of years with not a lot of snowfall. So those are some positives, I guess, in this snowstorm here in Orange County. I'm Julie Millet, Pix 11 News.
One of the takeaways that I saw on this was the AAA driving tips for winter driving. Number one driving tip, don't drive. We've got Julie Millet in Chester. Thank you so much. We do want to bring in our meteorologist, Byron Miranda, back in for a moment. So, Byron, where Julie is in Orange County, we've got about 70 miles north of here, right? Is it just a mileage difference that she's more inland? I mean, we have so many questions, John and I.
It just depends on the placement and the air temperature, right? So what we're going to do right now is show you what happened. We had the coastal hugger yesterday. A lot of folks kept messaging me saying, it's snowing, man. How much snow do we have here in the city? Because remember, John, we were walking it yesterday. It had snow showers, but the temperature was too warm for it to stick. It's all about the coastal low and where it is placement. The placement of the low determines the amount of snow, if you're going to see snow or if you're going to see rain or if you're going to see a mix. Watch the arrow. If the low goes out this way, we call it out to sea, you get nothing. Okay, if it goes in the middle, that's the one that will bring a lot of snow to the coast. It'll stick because it's going to bring down colder air from the north. If it hugs the coast like it did yesterday, like I forecasted, what happens is it brings in warmer air towards the coast, and normally you just see rain. However, this coastal low, this hugging low, actually allowed some cold air over us for 5 hours yesterday in Manhattan, and we saw snow for 5 hours, but the temperature was too warm at the surface for it to actually freeze. With a hugger, it brings heavy snow where the cold air resides, and that's what happened north and west, and that was always the deal, that you would see a lot of snow north and west. So now when I come back, not talking snow, talking rain, talking flooding rain, up to 2 inches of rain possible. If that were snow, it'd be almost 2 feet of snow, and that's occurring before you know it. Back to you guys.
Yeah, just